to another exciting episode of the Andre The Beast Crayton Show. It's football season, and I'm excited to have in studio by way of Zoom one of the best upcoming running backs in the game. Let me go a little bit deeper. I talked to him for several weeks now, and I mean, he's truly brilliant with his idea, his thought pattern, the way that he sees the future, not only for himself, but for other individuals coming up. I like to call this episode of this podcast, it's more than just inches, because clearly the road that he's traveling for success is hard, just like a running back should be. He knows how to go north, south, east, and west. He knows how to catch the ball, but he knows it takes a lot to get those few inches. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the show the one, the only, the next Hall of Fame. I'm already throwing that out there in the running back division, Billy Reagins Jr. What's up, big dog?
Good morning. It's a blessing to be here, Mr. Andre.
Hey, man. Now we're going to get right down to it. Tell the viewers a little bit about Billy Reagins Jr., because that name just sounds like I don't want him to run in front of me.
Yes, sir. I play running back, great competitor on the field. Not only that, I do a lot off the field that we about to get into. But as far as for me, I'm a great positive person. I want to inspire everybody to go out there and show love, keep positive energy, and keep faith. And not only that, just keep chasing their dream. So
tell me how football even came into play for you. Give the viewers a bit of that story.
Football came into play when I was little. My mom put me in sports. I was playing basketball and football at the time. I really felt that football was love for me because it's a great game to really just show where you stand as a person on the food chain. I believe out there you're able to live in your own world. In between those lines, it's fair game. So I love that, and the fact that you have more control for you and yourself and your team, and you got to work together. That's what I love about football. So
you say you play basketball. Why you didn't like basketball? What was the downside of basketball?
I was 13. We was in the AAU tournament, and it was playing this team from New York, and they was just talking too much for me. And I'm like, man, you lucky we ain't got no helmets, man. They're clacking over here, turning all that sweet stuff around. But I feel ain't nothing wrong with basketball. I felt like the game of football pushed me in that direction, in that era more, and was able to really just show me in a way that I wanted to see myself. So
you played football, high school football. What high school did you attend?
Fort Bend Kepner and Fort Bend ISD in Sugar Land, Texas.
Football capital. And football capital of the world, huh? Texas.
Yes, sir.
I think everybody in Texas is born with a football in the crib. What do you think? What do you say about that?
Listen, it's either football, baseball, basketball, something in the crib for sure. Definitely volleyball, all of it.
Tell me, take me down your high school journey, and because you played with some pretty top guys that we'll get into in a minute that are now currently in the NFL, and we'll talk about that. But tell me about your high school career and some of the guys that you played against, and that way the viewers can get an idea of just how good you had to be and that you still are.
Yes, sir. Coming out of high school, I was a 3 to 4 star recruit. I was ranked out of the top 50 running backs. I was ranked 52 out of the class of 2017. The top 200 players in Houston, I was ranked 182. And I'll never forget, as far as my high school career, the biggest thing for me was having that All-Americans ceremony in the middle of my game. I didn't know. And it was at halftime, and they was like, "Hey, come back out! We got something for you." And that was a big thing for me. So high school was a great thing for me to experience. Coming into a losing program and turning around and going to playoffs and really breaking records and just building that culture for the next kids to come through and continue to understand you can go anywhere and just really win if you just put your mind to it and have discipline.
Who were some of the players that you played with? Who were some of your teammates?
My teammates, in high school, or
high school,
just in general?
Just in general.
Oh, just in general. As far as
you played with some dogs, man.
Yeah, I played with some big dogs, and I played with CeeDee Lamb, Kenneth Murray, Grandel Pitt, Rashawn Slater, Darius Anderson, those guys right there really like help mold me. I say as far as my mindset with
Mhm.
my brothers and growing up, as far as we pushing each other and everything, that was a great thing to have around me. But just being in that atmosphere, that atmosphere every day, like, all right, you got to get it. Somebody out here working, and we all believe we superstars. So like
Right.
superstars, iron sharpen iron. You know, every day we constantly pushing each other. We got to keep going.
What's it like to play against CD Lamb during that time period? Now that he's in the NFL, you played with him before he got to the NFL. What was it like to really play with some of those guys? Like you said, they molded you. How did they improve your game and you improve their game? How did you guys
I
capitalize
say
each other's weaknesses and strengths?
I say as far as watching everybody that I play with, it's amazing to see the growth because like I could see one little misstep and like to the average eye, it can be a perfect rep. But to us, it's like, oh, I missed a step. Like like you said, it's a game of inches, and it comes down to every little detail. So,
Mhm.
and as far as watching like CD Lamb and them now, it's like, man, it's like, okay, I know you got this in you, you killing the game, but
Right,
between us, there's more. There's more. I know you got more.
right.
So
What was
that's
your
the way I see it.
what was it like coming out of high school? You said were you highly recruited? What were some of the schools that was looking at you coming out?
My top five coming out of high school was Baylor, Boise State, Utah, Purdue, and it was Florida at the end.
And you didn't want to
And
come to Purdue. You don't come to Indiana.
no, there's nothing wrong with Purdue. Like I really was trying to get up there, but I really want to stay back home in the big long state, Texas. And Baylor was one of my heavy favorites until Art Browse and everybody got let go from the coaching staff. So
How did you wind up making the decision to go the route that you went? Because unlike CD Lamb and all them that went to like Division I schools, you choose to go a different route and kind of like draw your own path. How did you come up with that decision? What was the schools that you actually attended on your journey?
yes, sir. To help with my decision, I thought long term. Thought long term. I love football, but eventually I got to hang up the cleats. So my direction was when I actually was looking at schools besides football. I went into looking at the business schools, their statistics and everything, and how can I benefit going here when I get this degree? Because that's what we are really pushing for as far as athletes and everybody that really plays any sport. You pushing to go get your degree when you get scholarships and you get all this money, you get all the stuff you want. At the end of the day, you're going to go get that paper. Without that paper, there's a lot that you really can't accomplish in this world. So I was really pushing long term and going to Northern Colorado because that's where I made my decision. Northern Colorado and Greeley. It was a very great business school. I've learned a lot there. And then transferring over after that 1 year to Cisco Junior College and continuing that, it's everywhere I went, I honestly say like business school wise, I've succeeded and learned.
Mhm.
And after finishing transferring off Cisco, went to Prairie View. Prairie View has a great business school as well. Ended up doing a year there. And then I finished out at Higher Payne, which is actually ranked in the business world. They have a ranked business school, it's a private school, and it's a D3 school. But as far as that experience, it was definitely long term. I really definitely thought long term because I know as football can be there if you put the work in and you're consistent. If you discipline enough, that's something that you taught day one. It's
Right.
going to be there. But the after effects of long term football is I want to push that I'm more than a football player.
That is like crazy that at a young age you started to realize that you got to hang the cleats up eventually. But even the inch per inch, every school that you went to, your focus was still on the business aspect. Take me down the journey to the combines. You had to,
The journey,
yeah, you had to do something pretty spectacular. Because let's get real, everybody doesn't go to the combines.
yes, sir.
Yeah, so how did your journey get there?
Um, and I'm gonna start this off with saying this first. First, you got to keep faith. You got to keep faith. Before we get into it, you got to believe in yourself. Everybody not gonna see your vision. Everybody not gonna understand you. Everybody's not in your shoes. And the last thing, everybody is not meant to walk your path. You cannot take people with you all the time. Sometimes you got to really just show the world that, hey, like I got a plan, I got a vision, this is what it is. It can generate and help others. Let me know if you want to be a part of it. If
Hold
not, it's
that thought
cool.
for a minute. I'm going to ask you something.
Yes, sir.
That was powerful. How many people? How many friends? Because you're young. I mean, we
Yes,
young
sir.
groups. I was young. We like to have a lot of people around. That's how we usually classify ourselves. How many people, just numbers, have you actually had to shake that tree and let them say, "I gotta let you go, dog"?
Uh, Even though this at a young age is, and when you have that mindset of really being disciplined and consistent, you really tend to you're gonna leave a lot of people behind, and it's not. Yeah, you can't look at it as a bad way. It's just it's either you're gonna let people experience their growth and really catch up to you, or you're gonna understand that hey, you still doing the same thing. I'm not on that no more. We
Right.
growing. We got to progress. So, and I really take that initiative and motive, and that really decides my decision for me, is because emotions can mess you up. You
Yeah,
know,
it can
your
take your
feelings can,
mind to a place you don't
yeah.
want it to go.
So, and I really take it as far as that, because as we all want to grow, we all want to see growth, we all want to be the best version of ourselves, and I feel like if I can't help you push you to be that, or if you don't want to hear it, or you don't see it, I ain't gonna be mad at you. I'm just gonna, keep it moving, show my
Yeah,
love,
yeah.
be there for you. But
So ain't nothing personal. It's business.
yes, sir.
So back to the road to the NFL combines. How did that pan out for you? Like how did you even get there?
Um, Really just that hard work. I put in that work at every level. D1, D3, JUCO, it doesn't matter. Everybody's working. There's always somebody trying to be the best. And for me, getting into those combines, I was pushing my film like those big D1 dudes. Like, you got clips, I got clips too. Like, I'm just doing it at a different level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we put the pass on the same. At the end of the day, we bleed
Right.
the same. When we take that helmet shoulder pass off, I can look you in the eye like a man. And I just bet on myself. I push myself like those D1 dudes. I know I can be in the room with those dudes. I know I can compete with those dudes. I know I can outwork with a lot of
Right.
them dudes. So, but I just I bet on myself. That's really and that's really the truth. And I got the stats in the video to prove it. And I'm not even gonna like sit there and say like I'm cocky or anything. I'm just really confident in myself. I
Right.
know if my name on the paper and
Right.
I see my name, I'm gonna bright up. I love the pressure.
I was at the combines and when the running backs come out,
Yes, sir.
what went through your mind? You out there in Lucas Oil, running backs, you're on that big jumbotron, they showing your times. What was the one event that you said you're going to do good in? Because I saw the guys, the drills and stuff, but what's the one thing that you said, oh, this is a walk in the park?
As far as drills, I love the ball carrying and the footwork drills. For me to be my size and move my feet like these little agile dudes, it blows people's minds, and it's like the craziest thing ever, because it's the fact of me putting my feet on the ground and picking them up as far as somebody else under my size, and people tend to look for the scat backs and the little backs now. You need a complete back in this game, and I'm really trying to bring that old school generation traditional running back where he's able to be big, be able to outrun people, such as the Barry Sanders, Earl Campbell's. They'll run through you. Eric Dickerson's, Adrian
Mm-hmm.
Peterson's. The great stats able to bless the game and keep the crowd going instead of having a one-dimensional running back. I don't just want to be good at one thing. I want to be able to be a complete traditional back, able to block, pass catch, situational awareness, be able to help others, be on the field and be a playmaker and a game changer to make others want to play better and outperform themselves.
What did you learn from when you left the NFL combines? What did you learn?
Leaving the NFL combine is that we all the same. Everybody put the same clothes on. Everybody put on everything the same. The only thing that makes us different is what you bring to the game, your identity. And what I mean by that, to go into deeper detail,
Go.
is that you don't gotta be somebody else that's already being them. You don't gotta be a follower. You ain't gotta break no crazy trend. You can just be you. You can go out there and be you. Express you. Don't be in a box.
Who was
Don't
the
get set in a box. Don't get
who
set in
was
no
the top
lane.
running back that was at your class? Who was the top
Hmm.
running back at the combines that you go, wow, I'm competing against this guy, but I'm just as good. I can do what he does.
There was a running back that I've met. I think he was at a D2 school. I can shoot you his name after this, but that guy reminded me of, and this is like my honest opinion. This is a very complete Alvin Kamara. When I say he kind of looked like him to the T, he looked like him to the T, but he got his own game.
Really?
That and when I say like he got a flair in a way like it's you can't miss it. Even if he don't got the ball, you can like, man, hold on, where he at on the field? He doing something.
Right.
He blocking, he doing something. I'm gonna shoot to his name after, but I got a lot of respect for that guy after seeing him because when you go into these combines and you see these big name schools and all that, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you think it play a mental toll, but as far as seeing everybody else and me and him, the way we was competing against these D1s, you would have thought we was at the D1.
Really?
You would have thought we was at their school.
Hmm.
So
So when you left the draft, now it's time for, I mean, the combines, now it's time for the draft.
mm,
What was it like for you? The draft was
as far
coming
as the
up, you went
draft,
to the combines, you felt you had a, well, let's get real. Not everybody has a good combine, but you had
yes,
a good
sir.
one. What happens now for you?
As far as after the combine is really stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready.
Okay.
There's opportunities out there, even if you don't get the NFL or people have the NFL or bust mindset. For me, I ain't gonna lie, like I personally took it on myself as me being a small schooler. Like it's okay if I don't get the NFL. I just need opportunity. As soon as I get my feet on the field, I'm blessed and grateful. I get to keep playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I keep living my dream and keep actually doing what I want to do and getting it out. And by far as that, by me just getting the opportunity and shining where I want to shine, I know somebody gonna sit there and watch and say, "Oh, he need to be on the big screen. Like he needs to be on the team for sure." Every
When
level
you
he's touched, he's just working hard. He outworking everybody.
when the draft started
Yes,
and you
sir.
just got done with the combines and the draft got started, did you see your name pop up on anybody's board at all when they were showing running backs? Did your name pop up on there like, hey, you need to look at this guy? This guy had a great combine. I know he came out of a small school. Like, what's that like?
As far as like for the small schoolers, and I'm gonna say this, like it's kind of you want to see your name on the big screen, like you want to see all that. And these this and the small schoolers know like we kind of have to like prep ourselves, going into this mindset. But as far as that is, it's really just you being appreciative of watching everybody dreams come true, and it's like it's just a blessing to see others get their chance. And I feel watching that, it was like, man, we all just want to achieve something great. We all just want to be able to live our dream to the highest and the fullest. And watching that, and like I have like seen my name pop up on some teams' radars, which gave me that extra confidence boost.
Right.
But I'm really, and this is just like my mentality because I love the game of football. And don't get me wrong, as much as I seem like a nice person, I am a competitor.
Right.
I'm really seeing everybody as competition. I'm
Really?
seeing everybody that got chose over me, and like not in a bad way. It's just like that's where I want to be. So yeah, I see them living their dream. I'm a clap salute, but I'm still striving to be there. Like I want to be there. So to me, I'm glad they got the opportunity, but I got a hit list. Like I gotta put my name out there. So, and
Well,
that's just with all respect.
you did get the opportunity. You're now just signed with
Yes,
a
sir.
professional team. Tell me what's that like? It may not be the NFL, but you know what?
Still
It's
signed.
that inch. It's that inch.
Yeah.
So what was that like to finally at least get a call to get your dream, to do what you just said, get your foot on the field?
I was excited. I ain't gonna lie. I bragged about it like I was going to the NFL. Like I'm a pro football player. You can't
Yeah.
I can't you can't just walk around and say, oh, I'm a pro football player, like and really say, hey, look, I got proof. I'm a pro football player for real. So as far as for me, I celebrated like I was going to the NFL regardless. That's a dream come true. Pro football. Like, and I want everybody to understand, like, if it has a professional level, I don't care if it ain't the best of the best. You are a professional athlete or you're a professional at something. Like you accomplish something throughout the day. You got to be able to take your small wins and just stack them up when you get your big wins.
Who
To
who did
me,
you
I ain't gonna
sign
lie.
with? Who did you sign with?
I signed with the Tulsa Oilers in Oklahoma. So we play in the IFL, which is one of the highest indoor football leagues in the spring. We are also connected with the XFL now, and the XFL and USFL are merging. So that it just generates more opportunities for small schools, like small school kids like me, people that deserve opportunities that just got overlooked and really have the game and want to keep going. And it provides year-round football, which is a game changer. But
Yeah.
that's the business side, and we gonna keep that on.
What number did they give you?
I haven't got to. I got to choose the two numbers that I want to get, but I'm going for one or two.
Really? So tell me, what are they getting since they drafted you, since they signed you? What kind? I know they're getting a great young man whose head's on straight. I can see the love for the game. Your history shows that. What are they getting with you right now? They just put an investment. What are they getting for you?
Honestly, I at this point in my career, I feel coming after off my rookie season,
Mhm.
I finished top 5 in all-purpose yards behind nothing but quarterbacks, and I was like, man, like he touched the ball every play. But then at the same time, I can't make excuses for myself. So coming into this lead and them taking a chance on me, I'm really finna just come out here and be at a level that I want to be at. And they really getting a dog. They really getting a certified dog. Like, I want you to see me on the field and just
Yeah,
look at me like, nah, he mean business. Like, if you don't come with it, he gonna mess you up. Just straight up.
1,000-yard season.
Guarantee it. The work I've been putting in, guarantee it.
Okay. Then my next question is, what do you consider the best back? What makes a true running back? We see tons of them in the Hall of Fame. We see Emmitt Smith. We see the great late Jim Brown. We see the great Eric Dickerson. We see Marcus Dupree. We see all these.
Oh, Marcus Dupree.
Yeah, he's a beast. Adrian Peterson. I mean, we see Billy Sims. We see a whole array of Tony Dorsett, great running backs. To you, what makes an Earl Campbell? I gotta leave. I cannot leave Earl Campbell out. What, in your opinion, what makes a good back?
To me, what makes a good back and what I've learned over the years is, and this is like as real as I can be, yes, you have to be the game changer with the football, but you got to be able to produce without the football.
Okay.
If a defensive coordinator can say, "Oh, he's not getting the ball, he's dead in the play," you lost. You just lost the play. Now it's 10 versus 11. You know, and as a running back, what I mean by you got to be able to do your job without the ball. If you carry out your fakes, you get your blocks, you catch the ball, no matter what, in a defensive scheme, you got to be noted. You got to be accounted for. And we can go back and watch several games this year for these past years. Most backs they're definitely game changers and versatiles, but if you pay attention, most defensive coordinators don't even like really scheme up the running back.
Really?
Especially in pass, because due to the fact that, okay, your check down's there, but I'm not gonna lie, some of the running backs understand them check downs be plays where you catch the ball, you got at least 5-6 yards of space.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make a play. It'd be clutch moments. And as far as being a complete back, it's what you can do without the football to me, because it's good to be a great game changer, but what you gonna do when they got the film on you? They got 9 in the box. Yeah, you getting them yards, but you gotta win the game. It's not just about you, and that's the thing. Like, as a running back, you gotta forget that mindset. You gotta forget it's about me. It's about the team. Because yeah, you get the gritty yards, the 3rd and 2s, but they got 8 or 9 in the box. I'm not finna. If I know my receivers, and I ain't gonna lie, every team I play with, I've been like, every receiver, they on the field with me, so I'm trusting in my guy. If I see a one-on-one with my receiver and I got 8 or 9 in the box trying to tackle me, and we not throwing it up,
Right.
something wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with running through everybody every play, but if we can hurry up and light the scoreboard up, and now you got to spread. Now you got to rechange your defense. Now you got to go back. You got to drop everybody back and let that open up.
Give me your top 5 running backs that you kind of bring a little bit of their flair into your game.
My top 5 running backs. Number 1, you got to start off, and I ain't gonna lie, like Eric Dickerson, like man, that guy for his size. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, like that film is crazy. Then we're going Earl Campbell, of course. Earl Campbell, I love the Oilers, man. He used to come through. If for me, Earl Campbell's film is look, lowest man wins. And if you relentless and you go north and south.
Yeah.
North and south. People hate north and south.
Yeah.
You can't if you hit somebody in the mouth, like Marshawn Lynch said, you keep hitting somebody in the mouth, as a period of time, they're gonna sit there and say, man, I'm tired of getting hit in the mouth. Let me stop.
Right.
So and number 3, I ain't gonna I love Derrick Henry. I ain't gonna lie. Derrick Henry was like Derrick Henry was really like the last workhorse. And what I mean by that, when he was at Alabama, they were starting to fall off the trend of big running backs. Because I used to keep up with all the big running backs, because I'll never forget, like I got a letter from the University of Oregon, and I still had this letter, and it pissed me off. They said I was too tall to play running back. Everything looked good. They said I was just too big. And I said, huh? Like, what you mean, like, too big? Like, what can I do? Like, I'm already, tall already. I don't know what to tell you. So I took that, and that's one thing, like, I'll just never let go. As far as being a big back, I'm trying to change the game. I'm trying to dominate.
Okay.
So, and we going with Derrick Henry. Then I'll finish off with for just this year's, because I like this new generation. I'm gonna throw out Christian McCaffrey for keeping the agile and as far as a complete back, the guy that I like see like really doing it all for real. Yeah. He on the Ravens is Gus Edwards. He a sleeper, but if you go and look at Gus stats,
really,
Gus is let me see. Gus is like a Tony Parker.
Really?
You know about him. He there. He just consistent, and he going about his day.
Really?
If you look at the Ravens,
you call him a sleeper.
Man, Gus. I'll put Gus in my top 5 due to the fact that like he understands that he may not be that star, but his role is so important to the Ravens offense.
Right.
So,
what do you think
what
do you think about Marshawn Lynch?
Oh, that's my guy. He sets the trend for being aggressive at running back. Most running backs are calm and like, oh yeah, shout out to Marshawn is like, look, me and my O-line come through here. We finna beat you up. Whatever you got, we don't care. And we going home.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta like it, you ain't gotta love us, but you gonna respect us. Straight up.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Straight up. Straight up.
Yes, sir.
You get the opportunity. I'm interviewing. You're getting an opportunity.
Yes, sir.
To play for the NFL. You get one choice. One choice and one choice only.
Yes, sir.
What team are you going to? And not only that,
okay.
Why that team and what would you bring to that team?
Can I do 3? Can I do 3?
Oh, hell no. Okay. No, you ain't getting 3 choices.
All right. Well, you all right,
no. Okay, I'll give you 3. But the number 1 team has to be the last. So start.
Yeah. Okay. My number 1 team got to be last.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I'm gonna start off with I'm definitely starting off with the Texans. I like the Texans' young core due to the fact that offense-wise, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, C.J. Stroud, Damian Pierce. That core, and they got Schultz, the old Cowboys tight end. They traded for him. They really just need O-line. I like the young core. I like the way they play. I feel like I can go in and definitely provide that power inside zone game. And not only that, just open up the offense a little bit more to help Tank Dell and Nico get them one-on-one situations, which is you don't want Tank Dell one-on-one.
And their defense is stellar. Them young boys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
really going against Jalen Peace.
Will Anderson. You got Stringley. I mean, that defense is stellar. So I can see you going there really making a game changer in that backfield for them. What's the second?
I'm a Raven fan, so I got to pick my team. I ain't gonna never forget my Ravens. So I love my Ravens. That's my AFC team. I love my Ravens. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens because they good right now. They don't need no running back for real, but I go in and definitely help produce and help play my role. But my top team, oh man, got to put that star on my head. You know what I'm saying? I need the Dallas Cowboys. Like that's all they need. They just need the big running back to complete the system. Everything else. If I really had the opportunity to go to Dallas Cowboys, playing along Dak and being back with CD, really being in that backfield with Tony Pollard and them, I definitely feel like I'll learn and I'll be able to really come in for those big situations as far as replacing Zeke in those big third down situations where you really got to go. You got to go through somebody. Like you're gonna have to go through somebody. So I could definitely go to Dallas Cowboys.
I'm a Cowboy fan. So what? This is like off script anyway. What was your take when Zeke wasn't no longer a Cowboy? Like from a football standpoint, what went through your mind? You played the position, you're running back. I love Zeke. What went through your head?
Zeke is one of the pioneers of the next generation of backs. And for him to leave the Cowboys is
almost like taking the milk out of your cereal.
Yeah, like it hurt. That one hurt. I ain't gonna lie. Zeke was still averaging 6-7 yards a carry. And just because the plays didn't look good, people wasn't really paying attention to the stats. They weren't paying attention to the situations that he was in. It's 3rd and 6. You playing against the Eagles. They on a roll. He popped for 22. And the fact that seeing Zeke in another uniform is just hard. I'm just keeping it. Just be real honest. But I feel that seeing the Cowboys give up Zeke or trade Zeke, it wasn't nothing crazy, but it hurt due to the fact that he was producing. He was producing, and unfortunately things went that way. But as a running back standpoint, I ain't gonna lie, Zeke still deserved the opportunity to shine. He's still that guy. He's still a game changer, and he gonna get his chance. He gonna get a chance.
So moving forward, before we wrap up, you're doing some extraordinary things for the community, inspiring minds, young individuals. Tell the viewers a little bit about what you're doing now, because like you said, eventually you realize that you got to hang the cleats up. You're a professional football player, call it what it is, but you're doing more outside of the lines of football, inch by inch. Tell the viewers a little bit of what you're doing with your camp and your clothing line.
Yes, sir. First, starting off with the football camp, I am going to be hosting a series of camps just to really get the youth and get people together to really understand, like, all right, I want to be able to bring everybody together because we all love the game of football. And I want to be able to educate to the kids that I'm going to have programs out there for like after school, such as, careers, like, something that they want to learn after coming through the camp and learning. I want to be able to teach life skills. I want to be able to teach them about life. Like, yeah, this is a great sport, but at the same time, I want to show you how you can translate your mindset, your mentality, your discipline, your consistency. You could translate this to life and really make it what you want. So, and that's the big thing. I feel that the up and coming generation really needs to be molded and taught by us. Like, yeah, we, everything online and all that, but let's teach them. Like, let's keep them updated with the technology and keep them updated with us. And as far as learning the game, and the game's still changing because I'm still learning.
Right.
I just want to be able to inspire and really get those kids to understand that you can do this. You can go out there and really do anything that you want to do in this world. And that go for just anything. It don't got to be just sports. It's just, you got to have that mindset. I want people to believe in themselves, which is why I started my clothing brand, Limits, because society puts everybody in a box. In order for you to break that box, you have to push past your limits and believe in you. As I stated in the beginning, everybody ain't gonna see the vision.
Right.
It ain't easy, and it's not easy. But as far as you being you have something unique. You don't gotta be the same. It's cool to be different. Like it's cool to be different. It's what makes us human. It's what makes us unique. You're bringing something that you have perspective on something that nobody else has. All you got to do is just shine your light.
Okay.
No matter how dark it is, if nobody don't see it, just shine your light and then show love, and everything will play out. And that's the real mission right there. As far as that, inspiring the next generation. And my clothing brand, I really got into that like high school, because I had a friend that he was like, man, like I can't wait to like I just be able to like buy all this designer stuff and all that. And I was like, man, you talking about like buying it? Why don't you go make it? Like we can make that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we can be the next trend. So
Yeah.
that's when I really got into clothes and everything for the brand. And then plus I also seen it as a way to give back. Like I know I'll be in a position to provide clothes. Like I can really just go out there and, hey, you know, you need a shirt or something, here you go, you know, out of the kindness of my heart. So
how can the viewers attend the camp? How can the viewers reach out to you?
They can attend the camp. It's free. I'm not gonna lie, it's free. You can walk up. I'm giving away gear and everything. Got food out there. Gonna have a DJ, everything. It's gonna be like a big little party with some football going on. And I want everybody to have a great good time. You can contact me on IG at limits LMTZ_Houdini, and it's on October 22nd from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. I have a lot of special guests coming out, and I suggest you bring your kids and everybody come out and have a good time.
You know what? This. I'm really proud of you. I mean, like, your head is like already at the touchdown goal line. All right, you just got to kick the field goal. I don't know who you're gonna bring in field goal, but you better make sure they get interviewed. With that said, I'm proud of you, guy. I'm one of your biggest supporters. Leave the viewers with something that only you can leave them with.
I want y'all to if you take anything from this episode and me and Mr. Andre, first off, I want y'all to give him his flowers. He doesn't have to do any of this. He's a true blessing. He's really genuine. I really hope y'all give him his flowers, man. This is a great man. And this is also, as far as me being a young upcoming man, this is a great role model as well. And I really want to thank you for the knowledge and wisdom you blessed me with. And as far as for me, I want everybody to take from this episode to believe in yourself, keep faith, and honestly, just go out there and show love. You never know what you can do. One little compliment can make anybody's day, and it's going to create a domino effect. And at the end of the day, don't be looking for what you can get out of it. Just know you're making the world a better place.
Wow, that's deep. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow this young man's road to Canton. I'm already putting it out there. Follow his road to Canton. Support. Hey, this has been the one, the only Billy Reagins Jr. on the Andre The Beast Crayton